Hey everybody, Simone here with Bulletproof Business Growth, as always, with some ideas and insights, what to really pay attention to when you are working on growing and scaling your business. So what I want to address today is performance psychology. That starts with absolute confidence. Why? Because confidence sells. So when you're looking at leading growth, it means one of the two most important things that you have to bring to the table at all times is clarity and certainty. Now, we can't do anything without clarity because it's all about where are we going, and everybody has to know what that is so we can work on the right priorities at the right time in alignment together, so we're all working together, rowing in the same direction together. But the other piece that makes it so valuable, that makes it so unshakable, is when you bring absolute certainty to the table. Now, certainty is one of those things. It's an ironclad state. It's like, I am 1000% I'm right. And sometimes that can kind of get in the way. So we want to kind of combine certainty with confidence. And confidence is almost the same as certainty, but it allows for a little bit more curiosity, openness, and possibilities. And so we want to bring those two together because that's the best recipe to create buy-in and the willingness for people to follow you, because that's what we need to do, right? When we can't create that, then we're pretty much SOL. So we need both to make sure that we create that buy-in that is so important. And that's what really creates performance psychology. So what we want to pay attention to is that it starts with the thoughts, right? So what develops that performance psychology is when you consider, what do I need to think that gets me to the right outcomes? Because anything else will get in your way. So what do I need to think that gets me to my outcome? And then the next step is, what do I need to think so I take the right actions to get me to my outcome? So what do I think just about it, and what do I actually need to think so I take the right actions? That gets me to the outcome. Now, the other part to consider in this is, what do I need to stop thinking that causes me contraction? Because that is, those three thoughts together, those three considerations together, is what a practice that helps people build confidence. Because to feel true, authentic confidence, you need the permission to feel your positive and negative emotions. You need to know what they are. You need to build that true self-worth. That's the foundation for everything. That, like, I truly believe that I am able, capable, good enough, deserving, blah, 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 whatever it is, to get to this incredible dream outcome that you are audaciously setting there, right? So this is the piece where you need the permission to feel the positive and the negative about it, so that you can build that true self-worth that allows you to have the confidence to be an extraordinary leader. So we need to know what the negatives are, so that we will know how to process it. So you can't ignore it. You need to know what it is that is causing you to contract, so that you can process it to let it go. There's an amazing book that's called Letting Go, and I highly recommend it, by Steve Hawkins. So read that in terms of, if you're unclear for how to get through processing negative emotions that may get in your way, that are your fatal flaw for building the growth that you want to go. Because if you don't process your negative emotions around any sort of past situations, it means you are not building the confidence that you need. So you need to process it. You need to let go of any past failure, so that you can show up with true confidence. Because I'm going to talk about confidence a bunch in here. The confidence is really the difference between being a good and being a great leader. Because not having confidence means you're kind of in the mediocre space. You're stuck in your comfort zone. You're letting good enough get the better of you. So when you are working on becoming a great leader, when you're working on setting that next level for your confidence, for your company, it means that you have to build a new identity. You have to create an identity shift. And that identity shift, the key to that identity shift is building great confidence. You might remember what Yoda said, do or not, there's no try. So whatever we do, whatever we say we do, we are going to do absolutely everything we can. We're going to keep striving until we get there. So building that next level for your company, it means that you have to be all in, and that's where that certainty and that confidence comes in, and that performance psychology that makes a huge difference. So you have to be all in, but your team has to be all in too. You need their buy-in to truly get your company to the next level. So we need the all in from everybody. Because otherwise, if we don't have that, we will keep bumping into that invisible ceiling, your fatal flaws that are coming back over and over and over and over again. So that really makes the difference between making difficult decisions with ease and not, because when you approach it like that, you have the clarity at all times to know who you are and what you stand for and what you are here to accomplish. That is clarity combined with certainty and confidence. So, because that means you also have you've made peace with all your mistakes, your mess ups, your messes in the past. You've let that go, because you know that to truly be a great leader, to get to the next level in your company, to truly push the envelope, you have to take risks. That means you have to be able to feel the fear and act anyway. So when you think about this, what makes it so important is when you're not doing it, your team can't do it, because you are modeling for them how to be. So when they see you moving through difficult situations with confidence, with clarity, that spreads through your whole team like a ripple effect. So we need that. So you might wonder, like, okay, Simone, this is all good and wonderful, puppies and rainbows, but how do we get there? How do we cultivate this piece? So the first thing is you have to get neurotic about your outcome. So that means bringing the clarity to what that is and the confidence that you can get there. So this is you being neurotically focused on your results. That means knowing your numbers, being 100% clear about the actions that you're taking consistently. Maybe you don't know tomorrow's actions yet, but consistently you're taking actions so that you're constantly preparing and mastering these actions, which that gives great confidence. So you need to get neurotic about your outcomes, driving those outcomes. Second thing is it's so important to celebrate small wins, because your brain needs to constantly practice. It needs a reminder every single day that you are capable of driving these results. Although you haven't done it before, you might not know all the steps, but you've gotten here and you know how to get to that next level one piece at a time, one step at a time. So your brain needs that reminder that you're capable. And then, so to celebrate the small wins, you want to make a big deal about every success that you are procuring, especially now. And this is really important, because I want you to celebrate all small wins, yes, but then make a special distinction about any small success that leads to more revenue, more profit, and more growth, because those are the three most important measures that we have: revenue, profit, and growth. So especially for your team, it's really important when you are in the habit of celebrating wins. We want to celebrate all small wins, so we're in the practice of celebrating, because for all the good reasons, it gives us the good fun brain chemicals. It keeps us focused on the right things. Everybody understands what's actually working, so we'll do more of it. So celebrating every small win is so important. And you also have to model for them which wins are the most important. So we want to extra celebrate those and make distinctions about them. So celebrate all those small wins, because you have to give yourself permission to feel proud, even if the entire thing isn't working yet. So that's always, it's a step to it, right? So every small win is a step to the greater success. So you need, and everybody on your team needs the permission to feel proud, even though they haven't reached the ultimate goal. So, and the third thing is let go of perfect, because in anything you're doing, when you're pushing the envelope, when you're doing things that you haven't done before, you will make mistakes. Make that an assumption. You will make mistakes, and so will your team, and that's part of the course. So you have to own your imperfect humanity. You have to know that you have that authentic confidence versus desperation. So that's kind of the difference. Like owning your imperfect humanity will give you that and will enable you to move forward despite the fact that it's not perfect. I just see so many people getting stuck on perfect and not taking action rather than taking imperfect action that gives us data so that we can improve and move forward. So let go of perfect, because that's really, that authentic confidence is so infectious. And then the fourth thing is bring some humor to the table. Hold yourself lightly. You know, growth, it's a messy affair. It's a messy process. So every single day we have to make that choice to be confident in the way that we're moving forward. Because for us as leaders, that sends a ripple effect to the team. When we do it, they'll do it. If we're stuck, they'll be stuck. So every single day we have to make this choice to confidently move forward. And sometimes you may not feel it, and you're going to do it anyway, because, you know, do you want to grow a company that's just good enough, or do you want to get to the promised land of your hopes and dreams and, you know, feeling like you've truly created something extraordinary? So going over that again, to truly create performance psychology, we have to have absolute clarity, and we have to have absolute certainty and confidence that we will get there. So the first thing is building that self-worth, that you know that you're capable, you're able, you are worthy, you are good enough, all those things. So building that, really, really important. Second thing is recognizing the support that you have. You have a bought-in team that's on board with you, that's following you, that's modeling after you. So you have so much opportunity in that. And then third thing is that authenticity and purpose. You're going to show up with everything that you got. You're going to wholeheartedly take actions on all accounts in alignment with your purpose, because that's what truly builds the confidence in you. And then the fourth thing is you have to bring your grit. You have to, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, perseverance is the name of the game. You'll make mistakes. You'll feel like you're taking one step forward and two steps back, and you got to keep stepping. So we really, like, there's always fear in this game. That's your lizard brain letting you know that this is unsafe. You haven't done this before. You don't know how, blah, blah, blah. All those things is good information. And then you have to let go of that good information and step forward. So whatever you can do to not contract, be neurotically focused on your results, feel the fear, and do it anyway. So I hope this helps. Go through this again. If you want to discover more, we have a brand new training out there that addresses all this in detail. So go to bulletproofbusinessgrowth.com, bulletproofbusinessgrowth.com, and check out the training. And I will see you next time.